Okay, so hello everybody, hello friends, hello fans, and hello subscribers. It's so nice to see you again. Today we are looking at Nndm stock, which is of course Nano Dimension stock. We have looked at this one on the channel before, but I've decided from now on we're going to take it in like 2 week runs potentially to review the stock, look what's changed over that 2 week period and see if it should be a buy right now. So we're going to give a short-term recommendation, whether you should buy right now, and then we're going to give a future recommendation. So if you are a fan of this stock, which is of course Nano Dimensions, or if you are just a fan of stocks in general, you are in the correct place because you should subscribe to this YouTube channel. We are trying to get to 1,000. And I am honestly amazed to say we are on 749. We're going to call this 750 because then we can say we are 3/4 of the way there. Honestly, guys, it's almost done. And if you could just help us get a little bit further in that race and just pass that 1K mark, it would be massively appreciated. Also, we now have a Discord server. I'm not sure if one has popped up yet, but you may see messages from that. That is a server all about stocks. Feel free to come and join us. Link is in the description. It is completely free. It's a great place to be at. So yeah, we're going to start off by looking at the previous price section to gauge what would be a good point to buy in my personal opinion. So first things to note is, of course, this is all just my personal opinion. None of this is facts, and of course, what I say is going to happen to the share price in the future may not even happen at all. It's just what I predict to happen, and of course, sometimes people do get things wrong, so don't take it as 100% facts, but I'm sure all of you guys probably knew that already. Right then, so we're going to have a quick look on the 1 day. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on which way you're going to look at this, the stock is actually trading pretty much sideways. I mean, yes, we are up ever so slightly, starting off the day on $5.01, finishing off the day on $5.12, and for the 1 week period though, I would say we are still at what looks to be a decent point because we saw highs towards the middle of last week. This was on Thursday, so towards the later part of the week actually, where we basically saw the share price just rise up to about $5.86, almost touching $6, and then we saw this huge sell-off point. So of course, in my personal opinion, down here would have been a great point to buy in. If you can see what I am highlighting on screen, this low section down here would obviously have been the best section to buy, but we can't look at what's going to happen in the future. We can't look at what's going to happen in the past. We have to look at what's happening in the future because that is what we can actively make a move on right now. So yeah, when we look out to 1 month, we can really see the stock has taken a dip recently and it's still recovering from that dip actually. Now I would say it's getting to the point where we could see new price highs on this stock within the end of the month, but we'll just have to see how this one goes. Obviously, we still do have quite the way to go to beat that high, but we will just have to see. I think the next week is going to be a crucial one because, like you can see, this point down here over the last day or two is particularly flat. And for that reason, I would say if you are going to buy this one, do buy it towards the middle or later section of the week because with this flatness, and I have said it before, especially on a Monday, Tuesday, it's too early in the week to say where this is going. In my opinion, yes, it would be a buy from a fundamental standpoint of the company. If you believe in 3D printing, we're going to talk about the future, the long-term future that is, in just a moment. But from a short-term perspective, you have to look at whether you're getting the correct price. Now, don't get me wrong, if you do believe in the company for the long term, perhaps a few dollars here and there won't matter. But we're going to look at what the analysts say, and we're going to look at where this may be heading in the future. But let's just focus on the previous weeks for now, and then the future weeks as well. So yeah, like I said, if the next few days are positive, I would be happy to go in with a new one, a new position that is. But if they are negative, I would definitely wait it out. I would wait to get past this low point here. If it reaches that and goes even further lower, I would personally get in because I would see that as a discounted price. But yeah, I think it's going to be a very volatile week for it. Of course, I could be wrong with that, but I'm going to say it's going to be either drastically bad or drastically good. Like I said, the first day or two have been very positive. So if we can just keep those up and continue to rise ever so slightly, it could be a good opportunity to buy in this week. So yes, this week could present a potential opportunity. Last week, in my opinion, did obviously present an opportunity, being as the price was just so low. So if we could just continue this into the next week on a steady incline, it would be a nice thing to see, and it would be a great time to hold the stock because, of course, it going up would be a good thing. But let's just look out to the 1 year, because even if you're buying now, let's look at what profits you could expect over the next year according to some analysts. So for this one, we're using Yahoo Finance. Of course, I have shopped around, if you will, looking at what some other sources online say, and generally speaking, the whole idea around this target for the next year is about $6. So we have a few analysts on a few different websites, and they're all showing, about $6 in their earnings reports. So that would be interesting to see if we did see the price go up to $6. I think we could definitely see it go higher in the next year or so. And I think more crucially, if you are going to buy this one, it's not going to be a quick, increase in stock. It's just going to be one of those which is going to be a steady but stable growth stock for the next future years. And I think it's going to be one of those where the growth really does pick up towards the end part of the decade. So of course, this will be one of those which you're going to buy and hold for a very long time. So the reason why I'm going to say this is bringing up this graph over here of North American 3D printing market size. Of course, this is going from 2016 to 2027. Now, I don't even need to tell you that 2027 has not happened yet, so obviously all the years past 2020 are actually just predictions, but generally speaking, I am understanding where they're getting these predictions from. We talked about this in another episode before on the stock, why 3D printed as a market sector is a great thing and why it has not hit its full potential yet. But with the advances in the market, I would definitely say we could see, growth past this in the next 10 years. That's just my personal opinion. I would say from a technological standpoint, this could potentially be a great thing to buy in on. I would say we're definitely not going to see, quick growth in the short term. But for the long term, yes, it could be a great buy and hold stock. I think a lot of people are bullish on this one. I think a lot of people are fans of it. And generally speaking, the analysts, even though they are only slightly so, they are actually bullish on the stock, saying good things for the next 12 months. So yeah, on that note, feel free to come and tell me what you think over on Discord or in the comments. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.